Hey, Christy here from loomingcraftyfiberarts. Today I want to show you how to loom knit the Morning Glories Stitch. The Morning Glories Stitch can be knit on any gauge of loom, any weight of yarn, and your loom needs to be divisible by 2. This is a 2-row repeat with a slight laciness and some texture. Now, I used a garter cast on. If you don't want to do a garter cast on, that's fine. I also just used turning pegs, which give me this chain edge. A lot of people don't like the chain edge. If you don't, that's fine. You can use whatever edging you want to use. That's up to you. Okay, to get started, we're going to be using number 1 and number 6 as our turning pegs, and the actual stitch is going to be 1 through 5. So we're going to do a figure 8. We're going to be working in 2 pair sets as wide as you want your project. So we're going to come from peg 1 and we're going to do a figure 8 around 3 and 2, and we're going to do another figure 8. So I'll explain figure 8s on this next set. And then we're going to knit these bottom 2 loops. Now if you have wrapped too tight, you can always just use, just knit off one, then knit off the next. But if you hadn't, you can knit them off just like this. And then we're going to take our working yarn and pull it between those 2 pegs. We're going to purl these 3 and take those 3 off that peg and put your new loop back on, just like so. Okay, then we're going to take our working yarn, we're going to wrap back around number 3 and back to the center in the middle again and purl it a second time. Okay, and you're going to do that the whole row for row 1. So let's do that again. We're coming from peg number 3. We're going to be doing figure 8s on 4 and 5. So we're going to be going behind 4 and 5, around the front of 5, behind 4, and back around the front of 4. That's 1 figure 8. Then we're going to be doing this one more time, and that's going to be 2 figure 8s. Make sure you have 3 loops on your pegs. And we're going to knit these off. Working yarn between those pegs. Purl 3 loops as 1. Take those 3 loops off, put the new loop back on. Then take your working yarn back around that peg, back to the middle again, and purl it one more time. If you have watched my purl hug stitch, this is one of the stitches that was in our one reason why I called it the purl hug. And then we're going to U-wrap because this is our turning peg. Row 2, so that was row 1. Row 2, we're going back in the other direction. And remember, make sure that both your pegs have 3 loops. If you don't, it's not going to look right. It's not going to work right. It won't be the stitch as it's intended to be. Okay, so we're going to go around back again, do a figure 8, another figure 8. Popped off on me. Well, let's just do it this way with my other hand. Okay, there's 3 loops on that one, so you don't stop there. You need to go back around the next one. Okay, and then you'll knit these 2. You're always going to knit the 2 of where your working yarn is coming from. And then do the same thing in the middle and purl these 3 loops. And then back around to the center in front and purl one more time. So you're doing the same stitch for row 2 that you did for row 1. The only thing different is when you're going this way, you'll be purling those 3 loops as 1 on this peg. You're going back this way, you'll be purling those 3 loops as 1 on your peg on this right here. Okay, so that's the only difference. So now we're going to do 1 figure 8, 2 figure eights, and we're going to knit them off. I have to set it down to do this. Purl those 3 loops as one, and then wrap around the back side of that peg that you just purled those 3 loops, and purl one more time, and then you wrap. And that's it. That's it for the Morning Glories stitch. If you have any questions about this stitch, leave me a comment below, or you can email me. I will leave my email in the description box below also. Or if you're in my group, Loom and Crafty Fiber Arts on Facebook, you're welcome to ask me there too. I hope you enjoy this stitch. Make something pretty. Have a great day. Bye-bye.